Welcome to TAG.
Technology, automotive, and gaming.
Today, we're having a serious conversation about...
No. We're just doing solar chargers. That's
Oh, my bad. Okay. We'll be back with you right after this with solar charging.
Oh, yeah. How pretty wash. Look at that right there.
Whoa.
Tag, you're in.
So we have, what do we have here, Shane?
The Rhino Tough Solar Charger. Now, the Rhino Tough says it can put out 21 watts or volts. The volts.
Wow. It folds up all nice.
It didn't really have information with it. Oh, here we go. It does. I've already used it, so yeah. So anyways,
Silicon gel.
21 watts. Yeah, silicon gel. It also came with 2 clips for these little tabs right here. I have since used those clips for other things. It also came with the best micro USB I've ever had. I didn't bring it with though. That was my mistake.
Micro USB? Why did you need a micro USB?
It comes with a micro USB.
What do you mean micro? For what?
It's for charging your phone.
That's micro. Oh, you mean the cable.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
The
gotcha.
best micro USB charge you get. And I tell you it's the
Cable,
best because I used it all through Canada. Now I was backpacking up there, way up in the mountains up there, and around the area I was backpacking. And it was real fun. And when we left this out with my power bank, it charged it up 75%.
Which power bank was that?
Oh, the Lit Mobile power bank.
You can check that out up right here, that video out.
Yep. It's my favorite power bank by far. It's indestructible because I took a backpack. I should record it.
I gotta say, I gotta buy one of those. I'm convinced that's an amazing battery bank.
It's a
solar charger, right?
It is. It charges solar, but it doesn't charge very fast. But it maintains, which I use well back.
But we have solar charging here.
We have solar charging here, and I am charging right now. If you don't listen, there's hardly any sun. Look, hardly any sun. Yeah, listen.
Wow.
Boom.
Seriously?
Seriously. So here's the cool specs about it. 21 watts of power. One, you have lots of sun, and it's pretty water resistant. I'm not gonna say waterproof. So here's the thing: the fabric is water resistant, and the solar panels are waterproof basically. But the wiring that comes to here, where you plug in, isn't. That's why it's got this little pocket here. So anything that gets in here,
pocket water resistant?
yes, this is water resistance.
But if water gets on the side,
you're screwed. That's why it has these clips, because you're supposed to either
clip it like maybe like
clip
this.
it like this.
Like this, so water drains down.
Water drains down because they got 2 clips up here. That's kind of the theory. You clip it to. It's got 2 little clips, which I have
on your
stolen.
roof, like that.
Roof, yep. It actually works for a tent. We thought about doing that too, but the Lit Mobile charger lasted.
Okay, well I gotta say, then here's a slight little flaw with this then, because technically, if you do that, you should have had this on the back end, so then you could technically leave it laying out like this, providing more protection instead of a little pocket. So there's one flaw right there.
That is the flaw. But either way, this is on Amazon. I got it for $40. It's the Rhino Tough charger, and it is amazing. And here's why it's amazing, okay? Now, while I will admit this will not charge your phone in like it claims it'll charge your device in an hour. It won't. Here's what it will do though, okay? Now, anyone who knows anything about batteries knows once you get to a certain point, charging that last little bit is really hard. Now, when you expect this with not perfect sun, because we had it in the front of the car with the wind screen there, and it charged up pretty quick, but from 30 to 70, 75% took an hour on my phone. But once I hit that 70, 75%, I left it and went into a museum. It was at 93 when I got back after 4 hours. That little bit is so hard to get. But don't be all despaired. If you have a Lit Mobile solar charger and you killed it, you're camping out like we were, and you killed your charger, you plug it into this. It took a little over 4 hours, like 4 hours and 10 minutes. We were at a museum up there in Canada, up in Ottawa there. We were at the Science Museum. Beautiful museum. You should go check it out sometime there.
Did you go to the falls?
Oh yeah, I went to Niagara Falls there too, but the chargers weren't dead yet at that point.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, so we were up there at the museum there and left this in the car. And then came back and we were there for like 4.5 hours. And guess what? My Lit Mobile charger, he was charged up over 75%. Now here's why that is. Now I know batteries are very technical, but because there's memory and it's a chemical reaction, you have to charge all that up. There's ions that have to move and positive and negatives that have to move, and it takes work. Well, when you're dead, up to 50%, This thing, 21 watts, no problem. Charged it up real quick, and it got 75% 4.5 hours. Now, if I charged my battery bank when it was 50%, didn't charge very fast. So my solution for this, if you have this fantastic Rhino Tough Solar charger, which you can buy on Amazon for about $40, is it can take the heat, put it in your windscreen, have a battery bank if you're camping, backpacking, whatever. Kill your battery bank, plug her up, you come back out, it'll be charged over 75%. Might not charge it all the way, we charge 75%. And even this little light, as long as I keep it tilted like this, I'm still charging. I'm charging here. Just in this video alone, I've gained 2% because I'm only at 40%.
So if I go like this, though, listen, everyone quiet.
Nothing. There you go.
Wow. Okay, there's that little tilt. Not very much sun. The sun's going down here. We're out in the backyard hanging out.
Works just great.
And she's working all right.
It's a nice little thing. Now, I was kind of apprehensive getting a solar charger because everyone's like, oh, they don't charge enough. And they don't. That's true. If you're only charging your cell phone, you'll get it to 70% in an hour. I mean, if I was at 30, 70, got it in an hour. If you want to charge it full,
70% in an hour is not bad.
It's not bad. When you're dying, it's not bad. It's really not that bad. The thing is,
you're backpacking. It's either you have a choice between, or camping or whatever. Yeah, you could plug it into your car. Or when you're camping, you don't really use your phone a whole lot if you have service. So, like, you go, my phone's dead, or I just want to play music. So you playing music, you have that out, you're playing Bluetooth music, and you're keeping your phone fairly charged, you know? So you don't have to go out and do that extra percent. I mean, that's not a bad thing.
And what it also taught me is when you're backpacking there in Canada, and camping, you know, we literally had 3 battery banks because I went overboard. So we had about...
There's no such thing as overboard when it comes to power!
Power! That's right. So I had almost 80,000 milliamp hours of power, and I didn't need it.
So how many devices can you charge with this?
2 devices. So you can charge 2 devices. 2 standard. But here's what I will say: you can charge 2 phones.
Stay in there. There's a little thing in there. If you can
charge right there. You can charge 2 phones.
What's this side for then?
It's supposedly if you have a small device, they say, but you can't.
Oh, okay, I gotcha. I gotcha.
But I mean, you're not.
Yeah.
Either way, so what I found is 2 phones that will charge. I had 2 phones charging while we were hiking up there.
2 battery banks?
2 battery banks, no. And here's why. So 2 battery banks will charge them both up 25%.
Power output, right?
Power output. It's all about power output there, you know. So basically, 1 battery bank.
In that other video, which you can watch up here, when I asked why the hell they have 1 point.
Yeah, one and then 2 points.
And then 3
output.
Fast charging. Why you have that difference?
Why not have them all? Well, you can't. And here's the thing about the battery banks. Like, you can have a fast charger when it's at, you know, over 25%. You can fast charge your phone. Once you get down to below 25%, you can no longer fast charge your phone. It's output. Batteries work in a way that they can only discharge so much power, and they get weaker and weaker and weaker. So this will stay at whatever it can give you. So if you have 1 battery bank, because you're not shoving all that power in there, if you have 1 battery bank, you want to charge up, and you know, I have a 20,000 milliamp hour lit mobile charger, which is great. Charges it up 75%, 4.5 hours. 75%, that's 15,000 milliamp hours. That's enough to charge my phone like 4 times, 5 times. So with my girlfriend's phone, which she has an S8 and it sucks battery like there's no tomorrow, unfortunately it only charges both our phones maybe twice. Her phone just sucks power like there's no tomorrow. But anyways, mine does not. So with this thing and my mobile charger, she had her own battery charger, I had no issue. I never even thought about using the other one, so I had all that power for naught. But it's great. I mean, if you need something, and I would say don't go below 21 watts. I did a lot of research before I got this Rhino Tough, and anything below 21 watts is just not going to work because the sun is unpredictable. So if there's a 15 amp one that was $30. I'm like, oh, maybe, you know, actually it's 25. But so if the sun is perfect, then 15 watts do. But 21 watts is great because we were in the shade. We weren't always in the sun. We were camping, lots of trees, and I was still able to charge up my battery bank.
Cool. So, what would you rate this? 1 out of 10, or 1 out of 10?
1 out of 10.
1 out of 10.
I would say my biggest issue with it is the plastic that holds the solar panels. If you can look here, I used it for 2 weeks. It's like a 7 or an 8 because of the warping. It's not the panel itself, it's just the plastic behind
Our graphic designer gives it a 6. What do you give it? Oh, no, now she's showing 8.
I get a 7 out of 10, possibly an 8 out of 10. It's great. My only issue with it is it worked. I think if they would have had better plastics, it would have not warped. It still works. I mean, don't get me wrong.
Is that why it's a little like...
That's why it's a little bowy. It still works. It works great. It charges my
They're probably trying to make it lightweight though.
They did try to make it lightweight, and it is very light. I mean, the nice thing is it folds up, so you could take it backpack. It's got the clips, and it comes with 2 carabiners, and it comes with the best USB charger. Now, it didn't come with the best micro USB charger ever. I'd only give it a 6, but that micro USB charger, it's just as long as this one, nice and long, and it literally can fast charge. A lot of them say, oh, we can fast charge, but then once it gets high, it'll start dying down. It fast charges, it doesn't break, the cord's not like, oh, I don't want to work anymore, and you gotta fidget with it. It's the best micro USB. Now, I know micro USB is antiquated, but either way, it has one. It's awesome, so if you still have devices that use that, you get a free micro USB charger, which is, I think that micro USB charger is amazing. It's at least $10 value, at least. So, for that, I think
Rhino
that's it.
Tough.
Rhino Tough Solar charger. It's tough, and it's charging. So until next time, I'm Shane.
I'm Tristan.
And tag, you're it.
Beer time. Beer
First, let's have a drink. All right. I'm not really a fan of where the hell this is.
All right.
It tastes like alcohol with a strawberry shake. It doesn't mix. Anyways.